I now give the floor to India for exercise of right of reply. India, you have the floor.
Your Excellencies, President of the General Assembly, United Nations Secretary General, distinguished guests and fellow delegates. As a delegate of India, we would like to state that it is a great honor to take place in this prestigious conference. The development of any nation only depends on the status of women in the society. 50% of the world's population comprises of women. We need to make the women of our country strong socially, economically, psychologically, and politically. Not all women are given the equal rights in the society to choose their desired candidate or stand in elections, or go for election campaigns, or even be associated with political parties. The participation of women and their involvement in electoral process is an important marker of the maturity of democracy in any country. It can be defined as equality and freedom with which women share political power with men. Women's participation in decision-making is essential for women's interests to be incorporated into governance. One of the main barriers to participation of women in politics in India is illiteracy. India has one of the largest illiterate populations. Illiteracy limits the ability of the women to understand the political system and issues. Due to illiteracy, many women are sometimes left off the voter list, and as a result, they are not able to exercise their political right. Education is the most powerful tool that can be used to change the world. This is one of the major solutions to so many problems faced by India. The more we educate, higher the number of people who are aware of their rights. As we start eliminating illiteracy, we also change the way people think, and this makes them more rational toward problems faced by various sections of society. Injustice is something that shouldn't be tolerated, and by education, we empower people to stand up for themselves, refrain from harming others, and at the same time, make remedies more accessible. It also instills in citizens a sense of being protected, as they will realize that there is a cause in law for them. In the Indian context, the need for women leadership is the expectation that women legislators who come to power will smash the misogynist brands proscribing women, and their leadership skills as incompetent, and encourage more women to be decision makers in a highly male-dominated society. More political participations of women will help tread the path of gender equality and have a positive effect on a range of policy issues, emphasizing family, women's rights issues, quality of life such as health and education. One of the factors hindering the goal of a gender-just society is the laws for the protection of women's rights being framed from a patriarchal lens. Women legislators supposedly have the ability to endow this with a strong political will. In India, a patriarchal mindset is still evident, and derogatory comments about women in politics are rife on social media. For example, an Amnesty International report published last year showed the shocking scale of abuse female politicians in India faced on Twitter. Sexist remarks are regularly directed at women who contest elections, whether about their appearance, clothing, or experience. While there is still a long way to go for women's political representation in India, especially at higher levels of government, with more female political leaders and more women exercising their democratic rights, we can hope for policy change that may contribute towards India's improved performance and the other indicators of women economic participation and opportunity, educational attainment, and health and survival. Your Excellencies, studies shows higher numbers of women in parliament generally contribute to stronger attention to women's issues. Women's political participation is a fundamental prerequisite for gender equality and genuine democracy. It facilitates women's direct engagement in public decision-making and is a means for ensuring better accountability to women. Political accountability to women begins with increasing the number of women in decision-making positions, but it cannot stop there. What is required are gender-sensitive governance reforms that will make all elected officials more effective at promoting gender equality in public policy and ensuring their implementation. Thank you.